street, it was reported that in 2010, October, Muar had an API reading of 432.
Perhaps, I'm not sure.
It was reported by the staff, October 2010.
I've just taken over the ministry, so I'm there to control that.
Understood, sir. But the thing that is being raised by many Malaysians, right, is that Malaysia is being seen as not being tough enough on Indonesia, whereas Singapore has already gone over there to see. Mr. Vivian Balakrishnan has been there. What is the response on that?
But the Indonesian minister said Singapore is like budak-budak. I hope they don't tell us the same thing.
Yeah, but then even if they say that the effects of this haze in Malaysia is affecting a lot of individuals. 200 schools have been closed.
This one yesterday saya bincang dengan the Menteri Pendidikan kedua, Idris Juswa, and told him close down the schools lah in Muar and all that. So he rang up the KP and the KP directed them to close the schools. Ini semasa kita ada ini apa retreat di Bangan Galang. So I met him and I told him the situation is very bad. They close all the schools. So then he called the KP and the KP called I think the Johor education officer, then they closed down the school.
Yeah, the idea about closing the schools is an excellent idea. Everybody is praising that. But like my colleague over there says, Malaysia is seen as not being tough enough on this problem that has been going on for 2 decades. What is the government's reaction on that?
Bila saya buat lawatan, saya ada Menteri Environment. Kita akan bincang ini dengan Menteri Environment Indonesia. Kita akan tekankan kepada mereka.
But Dato Seri, the thing I'm still not satisfied with is during your discussion with the Indonesian authorities, right?
Yeah.
What action can you bring about to stop the open burning? Are you saying that we are going to have a joint task force, perhaps on finding those companies responsible and taking them to court?
Yeah, those are the discussions we'll raise.
You raised that. We can say that.
We are not looking at whether it's an Indonesian company or a Malaysian company or whether they are farmers or what. See? We want to look at how they can stipulate laws.
I'm sorry, what's that?
How they can stipulate laws to enforce. Oh, I see. We want to discuss that.
And also, because Indonesia is also one of the only ASEAN country
That does not sign.
that's not signed the agreement on the Haze Agreement, ASEAN Haze Agreement. All the 9 ASEAN has already signed. So maybe this is one area.
92 negara di ASEAN kita sudah tanda tangan, tapi Indonesia belum lagi.
So when was this signed?
Some time ago.
2002.
2002.
The agreement was 2002, but as of today, Indonesia only ASEAN yang belum menetapkan.
We're actually very worried about the open burning that is going on. Macam di Semenanjung, macam Selangor dan lain, dalam 1 jam bomba will go and burn the thing. So we don't have that haze situation. Tapi dari Indonesia, we are having a big problem. If you want, we can illustrate it. We just show you the map.
I understand yesterday there was an announcement that in Malaysia you have banned the open burning, but we still see incidences of open burning here. Even in Muar, I witnessed one yesterday. What can the public do to help? I mean, if I witnessed an open burning
Where did you witness it?
in my neighborhood, actually, they were cleaning the entire garden and burning, and I had to go and tell them to put it off. And they said, "Ini sikit saja."
I think the DOE must prosecute that.
Yeah, I think you must take a more serious stand, otherwise this...
Because you see, we have the Environmental Quality Act. If we take action properly, then we can manage the
Yeah.
thing.
Because most of these people who are actually burning are those who are Indonesian laborers who are working here as housemates, and to them they have no understanding of how bad the situation is. Even when they are told to stop, they don't. They say, "Ini sikit saja."
Because this is of course the DOE pandang berat. We are very serious. Even the 3 states yang ban totally open burning, Selangor, Johor dan Melaka. Memang kalau kita dapat, memang akan ambil tindakan. Jadi kita memang seek cooperation from the public to inform us, to give us bila ada kejadian so that we can do it. Of course, our officers are also on the ground rondaan, melihat apa-apa mana-mana ada yang kita dapat tangkap. Tetapi kalau kita dapat tangkap, kita hope the public can give us the information.
Alert us. Hotline number.
Yeah.
Yes, we have the hotline number. Please give us.
1-800-727. Alert us.
Can you please say that again for clearly?
The hotline number is 1-800-88-2727.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dato Seri, kita minta ni perlibatan orang awam, their cooperation in two ways. Satu, inform us so that we can get this coverage. Nombor dua, don't do open burning. Those yang seorang tu suka berbakar. So those yang bakar, they should not do. Please refrain. Don't do open burning.
There was an open burning near Bukit Beruntung or Sungai Below yesterday. So the bomba went and put it out within an hour. But we do not know who did that thing.
But the event owner will be responsible under the act. They will still be held responsible for their activities.
I think yang jadi masalah sekarang is not what is happening in Peninsular Malaysia. What is happening in Sumatra is causing us all the problem. In Singapura, the Johor, all these areas. So, dalam Peninsular Malaysia, the open burning is very little. Within 1 hour, half an hour, the bomba will go and put up the fire.
So the problem is, right, I mean, you say all these problems is from Sumatra. How come Malaysia doesn't seem to be putting much firmness or pressure on Sumatra or Indonesia to stop it?
See,
What is holding that back?
until 2005, there were all these case problems and all that. After that, it was not so big. In 2010, it became another big issue. But the issue that we have to discuss with the Indonesian minister, we have to discuss it seriously. Because we do not know who is causing the burning and where the hot spots are. They are telling that some companies, Malaysian companies, are doing the burning. They are not sure. So if Malaysian companies are doing the burning, then somebody, the Indonesian authority should arrest them.
It looks like a blame game, sir. It looks like a blame game. Indonesia blames Malaysia, Malaysia blames.
No, Malaysia won't blame Indonesia. If they need be, they can arrest the fellow immediately. Because our laws don't apply in Indonesia. The Indonesian laws can apply there.
But just to clarify, it's not true that Malaysia is not taking part in the ASEAN region. We have been, of course, attending this ASEAN Ministerial, the Sub-Regional Steering Committee every year, and we are quite active there together with Singapore, looking at all those agendas, the preventive, how to prevent forest fire, what are the action, and we also developed the fire danger rating system to help the ASEAN region. We have done a lot, and even but for the latest case yang berhormat, saya sendiri telah pun send a letter over there to my counterpart, indicating our concerns and asking them what are the actions that they have taken. So actually, it's not true that we are not taking active. In fact, in the ASEAN and the MSC on the ministerial level, Malaysia and Singapore are the country that is quite actively pursuing this with our counterpart in Indonesia. And
See, way back in the 70s, I was one of the founders of the Friends of the Earth movement. And we had a conference called Dato for the Environment. Then somehow or other things don't move. I was very active those days. Then there was this Gurmeet Singh also. He was also very active. But in spite of everything that we think and we talk, sometimes the agencies are a bit indifferent. So now that I've taken over the ministry, I think within the next 6 or 8 months, we will undergo a rapid change. Set up some systems, some units to enforce. Because we need manpower. The environment division itself doesn't have enough manpower. We need trained manpower. People who have done very well, graduates, So once we can get good manpower, we can do the good work. Our agencies are very small agencies, so they don't have the power to go and do work. It's just like forestry department. We don't have enough game wardens to protect the jungle areas. There's a lot of poaching going on. I was reading the report, I think 2 or 3 weeks ago, about the tigers. It's the front page. So there's a lot of poaching going on. So we need some kind of situation to control all these areas. If we can do that, things will be good. We should not become an agency or a government that is reluctant to enforce. We have to enforce, otherwise we will be in a lot of trouble, because the world is changing nowadays. It's not like the world of the past. The world is changing. So if we don't take drastic moves and drastic action, that means we'll be nowhere. The future won't be with us. So we'll be living in the past.